YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to meet up with some friends and go for a ride. It's going to be my first vlog on the Triumph. Oh baby, woo! So I did not record on the way home from picking it up. Man, what a... So when I made the decision on Tuesday morning, it was literally last minute, and I know everybody thought, oh, it's a done deal, we knew it was going to happen anyway, and you're probably right, it probably was going to happen, but I did spend some serious time thinking about it, and I wasn't 100% sure that I was actually going to do the deal. It took until Tuesday morning before I finally said, yeah, let's do it. Doing that did allow us to work a few more numbers, and I ended up saving about $50 a month by waiting a few days to do it. So patience paid off in that case. We agreed, hey, I'd be there around 5 o'clock. I left work a little bit early, so make sure I got down there before they closed. And when I got home, just as I got home, it started drizzling a little bit. And now, if you've been around a while, you know that I am not a fan of riding in the rain in general, but drizzle is far, far worse. Drizzle, if you know, I mean, if you ride in the rain, you know, it collects on your visor. Oh my God, it's so hard to see. So I had a hard time seeing on the way getting there, and there was still some daylight left. But when I rode home, it was dark, still drizzling. Man, I just blindly kind of followed red taillights on the way home just to make sure I was able to get there okay. A smarter Mike doesn't exist, by the way. A smarter Mike would have just waited and taken delivery the next day, but I wanted to get the bike home. Yeah, so we did it that way. Let's get some gas before we head down to meet the boys. I don't think I need much, but I don't want to be that guy that says, oh, I need gas before we go somewhere, you know what I mean? All right, let's get out of here. So that was on Tuesday when I picked the bike up. I only rode it on Wednesday. I went down to the Dirty Shame. That's my spot. Of course, everybody, I'm sure, very familiar with the Dirty Shame. Yesterday was Christmas. I didn't ride. It was perfect weather for a Christmas Day ride, but you know, I was playing with the kids, especially my grandson, playing with his toys. Took a 3-hour nap. That took a big chunk out of my day. So this is only really the second time I've gotten to ride it outside of the demo and bringing it home. And bringing it home, I don't count. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button just down below here. I really appreciate it. I'm setting a goal this year. In 2021, when I just came back to making these vlogs, I didn't really have a goal. I was just kind of making videos and just kind of watching the numbers to see what it did. But I want to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. That's my goal. Is it lofty? Yeah, it's pretty fucking lofty, but it's still my goal. So if you can help me out, I really appreciate it. I feel blessed because I have about a 50-50 mix of subscribers versus non-subscribers watching my videos. So if this is your first time, or you've seen my videos before and even like a little bit what you see, just consider hitting that button. I really, really appreciate it. After my video where I test rode these bikes, you guys are funny, man. I said something about the Bonneville being an old man bike. You guys are crazy. You picked right up on that. You said, what you call it, an old man bike? You're the one that rides a Goldwing. You're right. My bad. I guess what I meant to say was I don't need 2 old man bikes. You know what I mean? And for anybody who took offense to that, don't take that shit too seriously, man. I like the Bonneville. I was this close to actually picking the T120 over this one just because of the comfort factor alone. But in the end, I went for the cool factor, baby, because I'm not cool enough on my own. I need all the help I can get, and this baby does it. The guy at the dealership told me while it was in the break-in period not to take it over 4,000 RPMs, and I thought, great, man, I'm going to be going 60 miles an hour. Well, we're not quite the 4,000 RPMs yet. Let's see what 4,000 RPMs gets me. There we go, about 95. Hell yeah, we're going to slow it down just a little bit. We'll see you down at the Dirty Shame meeting up with the boys. All right, we're at the Shame. We're about to head out for a little ride. We're going up to a town called San Antonio. I invited a buddy of mine. I said San Antonio. I don't know if he thought I was serious, or I don't know if he was serious or not, but he said Texas.
Like, yeah, bro, we're not riding to Texas in a day. Well, we could, but we're not going to. This is our buddy Aaron. You might have seen him around. Takes fantastic photos. If you're not following him yet on Instagram, please do. Excellent photos out there. And then, of course, the one and only Jack and Colleen. Jacqueline turn. We're going Jacqueline turn on that.
I like that.
Jack got me an awesome. Let me show you this. Jack and Colleen. They didn't get it for me. Had it. This awesome belt buckle, Honda motorcycles, and it's got like a bar and shield on it, just like the other brand that shall not be named. Just kidding. But anyway, so I'm gonna have to get a belt. I was just thinking about, I need a belt that actually can take a real buckle, because I haven't had one in many years. This will prompt me to do that, so we're gonna put that on. But for now, I'm gonna put this away. We're gonna head up the road here in just a little bit, as soon as everybody settles in, says their highs. Fucking Ebor, man.
Getting ready to head out. We have 3 continents and 4 manufacturers represented here. Harley, Kawasaki, Triumph, Indian. As you can see, Jack got the Concourse back. This is the one that broke down on us in Georgia. We got everything fixed on it, all the electrical problems. They put some new lights on in the front for him. Be set to go, boys. Once again, I'm in the rear. I don't mind being in the rear whatsoever. I like to have a good view of everybody, you know. I like Aaron's Indian. Good friend of mine that I was in the Marine Corps with bought an Indian last year, and man, he's been hounding me to look at Indians. I liked him a whole lot, don't get me wrong. But I've had V-twins in the past, and I think riding my Royal Enfield gave me a very strong appreciation for the parallel twins. We were talking back there in the parking lot about, well, I was talking about it. It's like, this motorcycle. Now I'm excited about every motorcycle I get, every single one. But, you know, while this is in the garage, I keep my beer fridge, soda fridge out in the garage. Every time I go out to get a drink, man, I just have to stop and stare at it. I haven't had a motorcycle like that in a very long time. And he was saying, yeah, if you don't stop and stare at your motorcycle a little bit, you bought the wrong bike. This thing, as much as I love, you know, that Indian Scout Bobber he's got there, this is the motorcycle for me. One of these days here soon, on one of my upcoming videos, I'm going to do like a complete rundown. I'm not really one of those channels that's going to do like first rides. Well, I'm not yet. Who knows what the future holds? But that's not really my shtick right now. I don't even know if I have a shtick, to be perfectly honest with you. I want to go on a ride and show all the little features and stuff that this thing has. For being such a small, compact bike, it's got a lot of things on it that I've never had on a motorcycle. Not something like this. I mean, my Goldwing has got everything under the sun you can possibly imagine. But this little guy here, I don't want to talk too much on this video about the things that it has, because I want to put all that, you know, kind of into one first impressions type video. This thing is just an absolute pleasure to ride, man. We've been riding about a half hour now, and not one time have I felt like recording or putting on music. It's just a pleasure, man, and I haven't felt that way in a very, very long time. A very long time. I don't mean to gush on and on about the motorcycle I just bought, but I'm excited about it. If you guys are here for me, then, you know, I want you to share in that excitement with me.
One thing I love about riding around in Florida is that you do get these little spots like this, these little barbecue joints or bars or whatever, just out in the middle of nowhere you can stop at. I've never been here. I don't know if he has or not, or how he heard of it, but anxious to try it, because usually these back road country spots are probably my favorite. Unless there's no competition for them, then they don't have any reason to be better than the next guy. So I guess we'll find out. We're gonna walk around and check this place out. I think it's pretty neat, like a little yellow house in the middle of nowhere. got a couple of ideas sitting down here. I've got a beer in me now, so I can talk a little bit more loosely without sounding so fucking uptight. We're gonna work. Jack's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna start vlogging or not. I wish he would, but we're gonna come up with some intros for my channel or an 80s style like chips or something different.
Chips?
Definitely chips.
I mean, any of the 80s TV shows. I mean, you know, it's like.
Do you remember briefly? So they didn't have. There was Knight Rider and there was Nighthawk. Do you remember Nighthawk? Yes.
Nighthawk.
And the thing
where
came
he's riding through the city on the bike.
And every time he left his little back cave, it was like a warehouse, and he would like shoot out of the warehouse. I'm doing that on your bike. All right, so we have a name idea for the Bobber. I'm here with the one and only Bobber Fett. And I said I would name it Bobber Fett if I didn't feel like I was jacking his name. And he said I could do it with small royalty payments.
5 cents.
5 cents. So for the price of one small cup of coffee a day, I could help feed a starving child in Riverview.
And chihuahuas.
And Chihuahua. one starving child and Chihuahuas in Riverview. So we might call it Bobber Fett. We'll see. I can already hear everybody online say, "Oh, you stole that name, blah, blah, blah." But we might do it.
Hell yeah, good times with friends, man. I talked to Aaron. Aaron is the guy right in front of me, Vices of a Viking. He's the one with the big old burly beard. I thought he knew this barbecue spot. He didn't, man. He did it old school. He thought this would be a cool area to ride up to. And then once he found it on Google Maps, he said, search for food in this area, found the barbecue spot, and there we were. That's the way to fucking do it, man. That's the way to do it. What do you guys think about the name Bobber Fett for this thing? I mean, it's very cheesy and cliche for a bobber and call it Bobber Fett. I like the name quite a bit, but I would kind of feel bad if I jacked his name. Anyway, we're heading on into town. We're gonna hit the river's edge. Devin, or Bobber Fett, is behind me. He's gonna peel off and hit up a cigar shop and then meet us down there. Vices of a Viking went another direction to do something to meet us down there, but we'll see you down the road. Oh, you know we're close, man, when the roads get narrower and the potholes get deeper. The smell of black mold inside a trailer gets a little bit more pungent in the air. I let Jack and Colleen go ahead of me a little bit because I needed to stop at the gas station. And now here we are. 32,000 Harley-Davidson motorcycles. At least one Kawasaki Concourse. At least one Triumph. Should be a damn good time.
Are we at the bar? No, we're not. That's right, because you're too young to go to the bar. Huh? Okay, he's being very demanding. At the river's edge, once again, in a sea of Harley-Davidson motorcycles. But the glimmer of hope is the one Triumph, and the one Indian, and the one Kawasaki.
All right, this is it. Oh man, I love hanging out with friends, man. It really is a lot like family when you start hanging out with the same people over and over again. I think when you get older, you value friendships a little bit more, a little bit differently, because you don't just let any old person into your circle. You know what I mean? You feel them out, you vet them, you hang out with them a little while, and you think to yourself, is this the kind of person I want to have around my blood family or my other friends? And when the answer is yes, then they're kind of family. You know what I mean? I don't know. In my younger days, it didn't take much. Didn't take much to call somebody a friend, but these days, no, it takes a whole lot. And there's a lot of gut feel involved. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap this one up right here. just a day out with friends and family. You stuck around for this whole video. I really appreciate it. I really do, because I feel like I had nothing to say, but you were here for it, man, and I appreciate that a shit ton. So until next time, we will see you later.